Alright, so coming out to the garage today and got the welder back. So I'm gonna be using the welder today on some of the heads. So I had these all stripped down. Had a video on tearing them all down, taking the valves out, had the valves all cleaned up, and then I sprayed them off with the pressure washer. And then I went to go clean them with the scuff pad and just get them a little bit cleaner. And that's what I noticed. Noticed there's like pitting in there, like something was eating away. Another aluminum head, so I didn't think it mattered too much. But this one's not as bad as the other one, so I won't be using these heads. No, I mentioned before that I had an extra set of heads because I had to do a head gasket on the Elco when I had this one, and one of the heads had header bolts that were broke off in there, and I didn't have the welder at the time, so I just went ahead and picked up a different set. That's why one of these looks real clean. Another one needs a little bit of cleaning, but these were I only used one of the extra set I picked up because they're both 862. Same with the ones that came off with the 4.8 or 862 heads. So this one I'll break it down, take the valves out. Since I already have those ones cleaned up, might just throw those ones in both of these after it's cleaned up. But I need to get another. But I got all of them out on the old ones for the 4.8, but it started to bend and spread out. So I'll grab another one just to do all these with it. But like I said, this one you can see it's starting to just start pitting all over the place. So I'm not too sure what caused that. This one's a little scratched up too. So I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be anything too bad, but since I had the extra set sitting around, I'll just use these. But the reason I need to break out the welder, this one's good. There's no head bolts or anything, or header bolts broken off in there. But this one that came off the Elco, I have one head bolt or header bolt that's broken off right there, and another one right there at the bottom. So what I've been seeing people doing, how to get these out, they'll take just a spare nut, hold it on there, and then just weld a bead up, build the bead up until it catches on the nut, and then just back everything out that way. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get these out, and then depending on if I can find the valve spring tool, I'll start stripping them down and cleaning them up. But if I can't find one in stock, I might have to order one. That'll be a few days. But this one's pretty much getting those two bolts out. So what I'm gonna do is get the welder set up, clean off my workbench, and then try to do everything on the bench. So I'll put this down, get all this cleaned up, and then get started. Alright, so I have the welder all set up. Well, not set up, but I have everything prepped, workbench cleaned off. I was able to find a few spare nuts, so I think I'm going to start with these two. I know they don't look the best, but they're the ones that kind of fit the hole the best. So I'm going to try these two and see if they work. Like I said, I just have to build up a bead on this side and build up a bead on here, and then hopefully that'll be enough to start welding onto the nut. Once I get a good hold on that, hopefully just back it out. But that's it. Yeah, I'll plug up the welder and then, get to welding. I always love doing that. Alright, so welders are those nuts are all welded on. We'll cut this down. Crooked Crown Motorsports on. But yeah, I had these welded on. No, I'm not a welder. They're not the prettiest, but let's see if they took. So just decided to build up a bead in there. So let me grab. Closest thing to me. And I think we have something, so it did take. Let me grab the right size and get a socket to do this so I don't end up prying it off. But I'm gonna grab a socket. I'm gonna try to back these out. Hopefully they hold, so let's find out. I'm gonna go grab the socket. Oh, that one didn't hold. But we were able to get this one, so what I'll end up doing is firing up the welder again and trying to get this other side. But you guys see it? It's not the prettiest in there, but it's enough to catch onto that. So try to find the one that broke off if I can. Show you guys how that one's looking. There it goes. So I don't think it's able to actually catch the bolt itself in there. So what I'm gonna do, like I did on the other one, I'm gonna build this bead up on the bolt and then try to get the nut on there, and hopefully that helps. But it's coming out today, so fire the welder back up and get back to it. Alright, I'm gonna let that cool down for a little bit and then try to back it back out. Alright, so let's see if they back them out. Second time to charm, right? I think we got something. There we have it. Header bolts are off. Nothing else stuck in there, so I believe we're good to go. Eventually I will clean all these up. Like I said, just make them look a little nicer. These aren't as in rough shape as the ones that came off the 4.8. So these were well, this one's off of the, I want to say the driver's side of the Elco. And then the other one just came with the extra set I picked up. So it's pretty much going to be one of them that came off the 5.3 and one of the extra ones are on the Elco. And then one of them that came off the 5.3 and one of the extra ones are going to be on the 4.8. So kind of going to share a little heartbeat a little bit, but the ones that came off the 4.8 are going to be a no-go. I will go with these, just clean them up. Like I said, I'm kind of leaning towards a cam kit, but of course I'm about to save up for that. So once I do take these apart, as far as the springs and everything goes, I'd like to replace the springs, the valve, or the valve seals. And I think if I order a cam kit, I think it'll come with the push rods also. So I'd like to do all those, but for right now, I'm just going to clean it up. Like I said, I'm probably reuse the rocker or the lifters. Reuse those. Get new trays though. And then as far as the rockers, reuse those also. But the valves, once I clean it up, since those ones already cleaned for the most part, I don't know. I'll probably clean all of them just because they will be out. These ones look like they'll need a little bit more than the other ones. The other ones still look pretty good, but I will take them out, clean them up, lap them, and then reinstall everything. So we'll see. But before I do that, I have to go get the new valve spring compressor tool. Like I said, I had a buddy, Ernesto. He made me one, but I think this side started bending a little too much. So anytime I'd push it down or I'd compress it, it'd start to slip off, and the spring would just fly back through here. But I did have a video, or it might have been a time lapse, of me taking the valves and everything off and then also cleaning them up. So I'll throw that in at the end of this video. But this one was pretty much just getting the header bolts off. So that might be it for today. Organize the garage a little bit. But like I said, the channel has been growing. I appreciate everybody that's subscribed already, everybody watching watching the videos. Always say it. If there's something I haven't done yet that you guys want to see me pay more attention to when I do it, just let me know in the comments. And when I get around to that step, I'll try to pay more attention to it. But let's try to keep this channel growing. I know it's going to be tight, but I'm trying to hit 1,000 by the end of the year. I think it's possible because it's like 50% of the people that view are actually subscribed and 50% aren't. So I think if we get that up a little bit higher, we'll be able to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So that's all I have for today. Let you guys see that view.